Cloudy skies with the California lullaby.
Hi, I'm Cesar Santos. I'm here at the LA Art Show. This is a contemporary art fair. I want to show you around to let you know and show you that American realism has a place in today's art world. If you think about it, much of American art since the 1900s has been a series of revolts against tradition. From Robert Henry stating "to hell with artistic values," referring to the standards of 19th century European art, which led to the Ashcan school of the first part of the 20th century that were portraying scenes of daily life in the poorest neighborhoods of New York. Other than Robert Henry, we have George B. Lux, William Glackens, Everett Shinn. They developed a new direction for American art at the turn of the 20th century. From there, a new wave of revolutionaries in America took off after being influenced by the new images, the new paintings coming from Europe. Examples of this are Georgia O'Keeffe, Morgan Russell. In a relatively short period of time, American art was going back and forth with its artistic tendencies. After the First World War, some artists rejected these modernist trends coming out of the Armory Show or all these European influences. And some artists wanted to rescue the academic style and started representing scenes in the urban and rural sides of America. Artists like Grant Wood, Charles Schiller, Edward Hopper were offering a personal style but still based on nature's effects. And as American artists were struggling to find a clear voice, then we see artists like Joseph Cornell, Milton Avery. They inspired a new rebellious art form which led and came to be American Expressionism. American Expressionism formed itself after the Second World War. The term abstract expressionism was first used in 1919 in Berlin, but writers like Robert Coates and other major art critics took the movement in a very strong and solid direction, and that led to artists like Pollock, Rothko, Franz Kline, Gorky. That became the mainstream way of thinking about art. But realism was always part of American art, and we have examples like Andrew Wyeth or Rockwell, great examples of artists creating deep emotions with an art that is based on nature's principles. Today, many artists complain that there is no space for their realistic art. So artists that are interested in realism think that they're isolated, that they're alienated. Perhaps there's a little truth to that because most modernist museums keep pushing for these contemporary ways of expression. There are many more artists being rejected, and actually their work is based on these contemporary principles. They come out of contemporary schools and they still feel rejected by their leaders. But we shouldn't care about that. We should not live in other people's worlds. We should just express from within with honesty and focus on what we want. That's the way we know from history. That's the only way to influence and change art. There are many ways to be successful in today's art world. You can be pretty much working on any genre and still have a space to show your work. You just have to have good quality. My personal vision comes from the need to reconnect with the pleasing aesthetic values, beauty and intellect, to be created with the high standards of craftsmanship. That's how we influence art. So in a way, we can be the new generation that inspires a reset from this chaotic art scene that we have inherited. Let's wrap this video up. Art goes in waves. 100 years of this, art can come to LA to get a better facelift.